So yes. So further thoughts about this movie that
Infinite space, infinite terror.
That's an interesting.
I love how mad that woman was getting at Samuel. You built a black hole, the most dangerous thing in the universe.
You broke the laws of science. Now you have to pay for it.
It's like, how dare you, sir? It's like.
But then when they asked him, all right, how does this thing work? Yeah. Well, it works by doing, shut up and tell me how, just plain English. No.
He's in layman's terms.
Yeah.
And he's like, layman's terms?
Getting mad at someone for trying to explain things to them. And you just asked me to. You just told. Like, it's a bit complicated. We can take it. Shut up with that complicated talk.
And then he just grabbed the dude's, like, chick on the wall. I was kind of mad about that, too.
I forget, how does he, because it was that the crew was recruited by Samuel, right?
The crew, I thought the crew was recruited by,
they were assigned to Samuel to go, basically do that, right?
Well, I thought Lawrence Fishburne was in charge of this crew.
Yeah, he's like the captain, but his superiors like ordered him to do this, right?
Maybe.
I'm pretty sure at the beginning they were all reluctant and didn't want to do this thing.
I think one of the weirdest things about this is that Sam Neill's wife had killed herself before this, and that's not revealed to us until later. Everyone's got these dark torch.
Was she a crew part of the Event Horizon? Like that's what I thought it was.
No, because none of that crew made it back, and she killed herself in his house.
Oh, I thought that she was driven crazy on the Event Horizon because of all the black.
Maybe she was driven,
and then she killed herself because.
I don't think she was driven crazy on there, but maybe there was something tied to that drove her crazy, or maybe. I don't know what could have driven her crazy. Maybe he was spending too much time focusing on that, and she was and she was living still on that space station, that weird rectangular space station rig that's floating above the Earth.
Yeah.
Oh, and storm clouds all over around them.
Oh,
so, all right. They're
when I
in
heard
orbit.
the thunder, and I was like, wait,
they're in orbit, but they're somehow still in. The weather still affects them. I'm guessing it's of the planet Neptune, because they're close by that. But if they were underneath the clouds, wouldn't they not then be in orbit anymore?
Right.
I don't understand how the.
Well, I mean, if the lights are bright enough, you could just see the flicker.
But they're like rain and everything is affecting them outside.
But the thing that got me was the thunder. I was
like,
well, that's not very scientific.
It seemed like, oh, this is a horror movie, so we need to have the thunder and lightning outside and the rain. And like, wait a second, that doesn't really work there, does it?
I'm trying to remember what scene that was.
Through a lot of the movie.
It was a few times.
Yeah, like through a lot of the movie when you saw outside, except for when they had to go outside to repair the ship, because I think then they realized, oh, wait a second,
we're outside space.
This doesn't work. Let's get rid of it, but keep it in the other scenes.
Shit, we can't record all that.
And the repairing the ship, I don't know. There's a lot of craziness with that one.
That's so weird.
I did like the killings though. I liked how the woman was like just chasing her son. You kind of know her back. She's like, oh my god!
All right, but she falls off the cliff, and I thought surely now she's gonna fall onto one of those big spikes. And no, completely misses all of them.
They were messing with you.
They were. I was hoping someone was going to get impaled on that, and no one got impaled.
That's so funny.
I was kind of... I don't think they really went over, like, how... I don't know, the fake gravity part.
Well, they flip the switch. And sometimes when it's not working, when it's not working, they float, and when it does work, they turn off. It's a classic sci-fi thing. It's, the gravity switch. So they don't have to spend time floating around the whole movie.
It was like, that part was cartoon for me. It's just like...
There would be like an on and off, but it wouldn't go from like nothing to...
From what we generally do with artificial gravity is the spinning things around. That's what you get with the 2001 Space Odyssey thing.
Centrifugal.
Yeah.
Gravity.
But that was a little bit too cartoony for me. It's just like, everything.
Although I did like the human popsicle shatter.
Oh yeah, that was really cool.
That was
cool. The water, comes crashing down.
Coolant.
Yeah.
And I really liked how they were really showing off like what you could do with computers back then.
The
watch, and they're like,
the opening
little shiny.
that opening sequence was very CGI.
Yeah.
Computer
Look
got
what
a
we
little
can do.
cup floating in the air.
And that was probably really expensive.
This is like the gravity.
Well,
of
it cost
97.
$60 million, and most of that was probably on this CGI.
Like the gravity of 97.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It kind of
Cool.
this movie like embodies all of the different sci-fi tropes, and as well as all the different horror tropes all in one. It's got every cliche that you can think of in there. The going against nature, and we've played God now, and now we're going through hell because that's how it has to be. I like the explaining the folding through space.
Like, you liked how I did that? Just like,
well, that's like, hey, that's my magazine.
Yeah, one thing I did like that in a lot of movies that was different to me was when the guy sees the bomb, and a lot of the times the guys are just like, oh, fuck, and it blows up. He like quivers like a little, like, and then he explodes.
Yeah.
Because a lot of the times, like, they're badass.
On there, I said, like, deactivate and stuff on a few of those. Like, can't just try one of them? Just try one of the buttons. I'd at least try.
But I like that he was like a little girl at that point.
Now, the name Event Horizon, the name of the movie. So I thought this movie, not knowing anything about this movie, I thought it was going to be about them traveling to the black hole and being stuck on the event horizon of a black hole. And where there's kind of you're trapped between the last point of escape of seeing all the light coming in and going out there. And maybe the title is something like this ship is stuck on the event horizon of that black hole in there, and that's the insanity that's driving them all through there.
Oh yeah. That it actually reminds me of a movie like this where there was like an orb that controlled people's mind. I can't remember what it's called. And then I thought like
Sphere. Sphere.
That might have been it.
Might be Sphere.
Where they find
the underwater one.
Yeah, they find this orb underwater, and I was just like, oh, I guess I should talk about it. But basically, at any rate, I thought that it would have been cool. Like they're just all like there in the and they're just all mind controlled, and nothing's
going on. But that's just
they're just in hell in their mind.
Yeah,
like,
and it could be that. I mean, you don't know how much. But it seems like this isn't just going on in their minds because of the fire, because of all the physical things that are happening to them. It's like, nope, it's actually creating some sort of manifestation in a physical form. Especially when he's getting beaten by Sam Neill after he's been thrown out of the airlock and transformed. Yeah.
I was trying to see if I can find what the other endings were. It might have just not even...
I think the other one is when them and Satan, they play chess for their souls. And then Satan keeps on going like, all right, 3 out of 5 now.
That's part of the film.
Yeah. That was the second one.
Didn't they play Battleship?
Mm-hmm. They did play Battleship.
Yeah.
That would have thrown me off if they'd ended that way.
Speaking of that movie,
been like,
though,
holy shit.
Speaking of that movie, I was so surprised to find out who Satan was, or who Death was in that movie.
Who was it?
It's the blonde guy from Shawshank Redemption. The one that gets the knife to his throat from the
spoilers.
Oh.
I didn't realize it, but I was like, oh my god, that's you. That's crazy.
Old Andy DeFrank.
Hey, we finally know who's going to play.
He almost hit my throat.
Oh, all this entertainment news on the side.
Oh,
anyway,
whatever.
But yeah, I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it all the way through, and
I love Sam Neill as bad guy.
Yeah,
that was cool. That was so cool. He's such a classic hero. Look to him. So
I want the chair. I want Lawrence Fishburne's chair.
That chair makes no sense.
It's perfect. You can put something under you.
He's just kind of floating around and just going.
What if you need to put your shoes?
So unstable.
What if you need to put your shoes under your seat?
No.
It's
and
so
you don't want to knock into the
unstable. It makes zero sense.
You know, one thing that bugged me too about Fishburne was he was just shouting stuff for them to do it faster, better. I need to do it faster. I need that done better. And I was like, all right. Is that all you're going to do?
I think for me, Lawrence Fishburne pretty much only works as Morpheus, and that's it.
Cowboy Curtis. He was a great black cowboy.
It's just like everything is just that, and then everything else is Morpheus trying to do something else to me. He solidified himself in that role.
Yeah.
Anyway. Yeah. Alright, thanks for watching. Extended version.
Yeah. I would, yeah. That hallway was cool too. I just want to say that it just looked cool. Like I right when I saw that hallway, I could have just imagined it on the big screen. I'm like, oh, that would have been sweet. Just to see that.
Yeah. No, I saw it on big screen.
Yeah, no,
it was cool.
Right here.
Yeah, it was fun. I like that.
Yeah. Anyway, sorry, I was cut off for ending.
Maybe that would be good for like IMAX 3D, like that scene surrounding you and that.
That would be so sweet.
Reshoot it. Let's do it. Event Horizon.
Remake it with
Yeah.
LL Cool J.
Cool.
Yeah, instead of Fishman or whatever.
Yeah.
Keanu Reeves instead of Samuel.
Oh my god. Let's write this up.
All right. Next week. Clueless.
Clueless, yeah! Woo!